Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney,
We're exploring our past
looking forward to our future.
and living for the present,
All
all
while
while
learning
how to
how to
live
live magic.
magically. Hello.
Hey,
We we skipped a week, but it's not our fault. It was Milton's fault.
it's Milton's fault.
And you're okay, you're good, you're home as well and fine.
All of the things. We did have some like decking tiles rip up. And
Ooh,
so yeah, in like the middle of the windiest part, AJ was like outside like catching tiles, but it was fine. He got them. We had to like rip them all up and then we spent the last like 3 days putting down like cement rocks. So,
yikes.
I mean, it
It's
was
like,
fine. It's very like minimal compared to what other people are dealing with. So it's fine.
but like, could it have broken your windows?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And like I never would have guessed they would come flying up. They were these like snap together grid style. I don't know, they were like some of them were asphalt kind of stuff, like turf, and some of them were like just plastic, but they were like looked like decking. And
Okay.
then you like weighed them down with sand. You like dumped sand all on top and it like was supposed to hold it in place. And they just were like ripping out like Legos. It was wow, special.
Yeah, that is crazy. I feel, was this like, I mean, you lived through it, but even just like the hype of it, the scariest one that you've lived in Florida for? Because
No.
that's really,
Yeah, this was like very, very tame. It was very hyped, very hyped.
I do
Um,
sometimes feel, I mean, I don't want to say this because I've never like lived through it, but sometimes the hype of it can almost be more scary 'cause
well,
you don't know what you're getting.
no, I totally agree. And I think I don't know, I know nothing about weather, meteorology, nature, whatever, but I think we just got really lucky like at the last minute.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
Well, according to like the news that we were watching here.
Yeah.
And I kind of said the same thing to Ange, and like, no offense to people who are in meteorology, but I'm like, does anybody know anything? I feel like it's kind of just a guessing game, which
No,
is
yeah.
terrifying because they'll tell this one area that they need to evacuate like before the storm comes in, but then it can hit a totally opposite area. And it's just, I don't know, that to me is terrifying. And for that, I will always live where it snows and gets cold.
No, I feel that. And like blizzards are a real thing too. Like it's scary to be stuck inside and like not able to get out. I've been there and when I lived up north, but like this is different. People don't like lose their mind over snow. People lose their mind over hurricane.
But I think it's because like literally you don't know. You could be like wiped out, or you could be like, I mean, the power could definitely be wiped out and you're just totally screwed for who knows how
Yes.
long. Or I don't know. I just it's so scary to watch. It was
Yeah.
actually, we were watching the news like the night that it was like coming through, and then we went to bed and I was like laying in bed and I was said to Kyle like, don't you like, now I'm so invested. I feel like there's a hurricane here.
Yeah. No, I get it. And it was like it's such a weird feeling because you run around and like do all this preparation and like panicking and like even if you're very calm about it, it's just insanity. Like you would drive to the gas station and there's no gas or there's like lines.
Yeah.
Like AJ got up at 3 in the morning to get gas because he just like woke up in a panic and like it takes like an hour to get to the pump because it's so crowded and you just don't know and you don't want to be you try to like weigh every scenario and you don't want to be like the idiot who didn't fill your car up that can't like leave
Right, right.
but also
So
like you don't want to be like the panic person, I don't know,
yeah,
like I was a little made fun of because we like spent an hour in the closet and I don't care. I would rather spend my hour in the closet than like have a win. No, I wasn't afraid I was gonna be like blown away, but I was afraid that like a window was gonna break or something. I saw,
absolutely.
like people left stuff in their yards, like, You just never
It's
know.
you never know, and better safe than sorry. And again, I've never lived through a hurricane, but like that, from what I've seen, can just change in like the blink of an eye. So yeah, play it safe.
Yeah. There were also a lot of tornadoes. I don't know if that was unique this time or what, but it seemed like a lot of, I mean, during the day I was watching, like 10 counties had
That
tornadoes
is
happening.
crazy.
Yeah. And those, I think those are like what really did damage for a lot of people to
Y-
also.
Yeah, just terrifying, really.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad you are well and good.
Me too.
And we missed last week and we got some stuff to recap.
We have a lot. Are you first you have to give us an update though on the kitchen. How's the kitchen?
It's just whatever at this point.
I mean, okay, I don't know if you responded to me because I'm bad at checking DMs, but did I see a hint of new countertop in the recent photos?
Oh, we've had countertops for a long time.
Yeah, but like you're allowed to touch them and use them because I know you did like the fridge. You now your fridge is working, right? And like so we're using the countertops and the fridge, but not anything plumbing related, right? Is that where we're
No,
at?
no. I have running water
Okay.
and the countertops have been in and I've been using those, which is probably a bad thing because just everything has been sitting on top of them because I still can't make homes for everything. We have a stove, we have the fridge now, we have a
And all those
microwave.
things work.
Oh yeah, we're like running now as of 2 days ago. So now that's where I'm kind of at of just whatever. I'm annoyed that everything's not done. We don't have the dishwasher is in, which was a whole debacle.
That was wild. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go into it again, but the dishwasher is now in. It's just not the plumbing for that's not hooked up. Supposedly that's getting done today, but like believe it
But
when I
you ended up with a full size, right?
ended up with a full
Okay,
size dishwasher. I just
good.
lost probably like 2.5 feet of cabinet space
On the left.
on the left of it, which was
Yeah.
very hard to get into anyway. So I'm just like, it's fine, whatever. I'm in
Yeah.
this declutter, have less stuff life lately anyway. So maybe it's a good thing.
Welcome to my family. I love the decluttering. My pro tip there is like whatever you think you're gonna declutter as a seasoned declutterer, it's like my brand. Put it like in the box in a garage for like a couple months because sometimes I find myself like decluttering and like for example, right now I'm like researching the best food processor. I had like a very nice like $400 food processor, like a very nice one and I was like I don't need this. What do I need
Yeah.
this for? And like got rid of it and now I'm like okay, I'm going to spend all that money to rebuy
I,
one.
I have a little bit of fear there as well.
Yeah.
I'm I just would get rid of everything I think currently.
I do it all the time. It's like my favorite sport. And AJ's always like, "Are you sure?" When we're like looking for something, he's like, "Are you sure you didn't go on one of your rampages?" I'm like, no, not sure. Uncertain.
And I like and I act like it's like I'm working because Kyle will come like up from work and he's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm selling it." And he was like, "Why?" And I
Oh,
was like,
that's even better.
"Why not? Like I don't use it. It's time to go." And then and I'm making money. And he's like, "All right." And I'm not really. I think you are a Facebook Marketplace.
No,
You don't mess with that.
AJ does it. And like right now we're in like a debate because I bought him a grill like 10 years ago that's like rusted and like but it's like a Blackstone, so he like loves it. We got a new tabletop Blackstone. It works better for us. We're only two people, whatever. But this thing is taking up so much space in the garage. I was like, "Can you please get rid of this?" And he is like determined to sell it for $150. I'm like, "Nobody is buying this."
Well, one, I wouldn't say nobody, but I mean, I guess he can start at 150. But I will say, like, I'm kind of mad that I'm just hopping on. I'm not mad. Yes, I am. That I'm hopping on the Facebook Marketplace train because I used to just like put stuff on the side of the road and be like, free, come and get it so that people
Same.
would just like get rid of all my clutter. But
Same.
now, dang, I could have made some money off of this stuff that obviously
Yes.
I paid money for. So I'm currently getting rid of. we bought like a temporary table before we started redoing the kitchen. So I sold that the other day. And then now we have
For like,
lights.
can you just give me like an estimate of how much? Like under $100 or like
I sold it for $100.
that's wild. Okay.
But it was also like 3 months old and we bought it for like 170.
I just feel like everybody on Marketplace wants to like nickel and dime, and it's like not worth the debate for me. I need to get back into the spirit of it, I guess.
I would agree with that, but I was determined but I was determined when we bought that table because I had convinced Kyle, like, we need a table that we can sit at to eat dinner, like with Brooks. And he
Hmm.
was like, Shelby, we're redoing the kitchen like sooner and later. We don't need to do that. And I was like, yes, we do. We can buy it and then I'll just sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And he was
Yeah.
like, in what? Okay. So then when it was time to sell it, I was determined. But
I no, I love that. I love that.
I put it up and it was sold in 8 hours, less than that.
And somebody came to get it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And
That's
then like we have lights now in our living room and our kitchen, which is amazing. But I used to only have a floor lamp in our living room. Sold that yesterday.
nice.
Now my new thing is I'm getting rid of, I talked about it on Instagram, the bookshelf and the end tables and our TV stand. And I want to sell all of that. My goal is to make enough to buy the cabinet thing that I want under the TV.
Nice. Which
You know what I
is
mean?
from
Like,
from where?
I think the one I'm going to keep looking, but right now the one that I want is from Walmart.
Great.
Yeah.
I
So
love that. Good for you.
this now it's kind of becoming a game.
See, I am more of a it's funny how we're in like different spaces right now. This is so funny. I have to tell you about the piano we just bought. It's a keyboard. We bought a keyboard. I have to tell you about it in a minute. Anyway, our thing post hurricane specifically, and we used to do it a lot in college when we were like dirt poor, is like trash hunting. So like after this hurricane, AJ and I said to each other yesterday, like, wow, the hurricane was really good to us because we just got like a new patio set. Like one of our patio set chairs broke, and when I left yesterday to the grocery store, our neighbor had out the exact same set, but like down a chair. But I have one of like they had like the 5 chair set, and I had the 2 chair set. So like they were down to 4, and I was down to 1. So I just like grabbed their stuff. It matches perfectly. It's gonna need a little DIY, but like fine. We're like so into that.
Well, so Ange and I are like designing and decorating and making Sadie her own bedroom.
Yeah.
And we're doing it. She doesn't listen to this, so I can say, but she's going away next weekend for her birthday. Her dad's taking her like overnight somewhere. So we're gonna go in and like set up her own room for her. And we're so excited. But
Cool.
I'm like, we're doing this on a budget.
Yeah.
So I've been on a mission to like find things for her room. And I mean, this was a Facebook mark. This wasn't free, but basically, I found a basically brand new, like twin size bed frame, the brand Purple, like the mattress.
Yeah.
It's basically brand new. And online it sells for $625.
Yeah.
I got it for 20.
It's a bed frame or it's the mattress or it's both.
But it's a bed frame. She already has the mattress, so we're just gonna reuse
Great.
one that she already has, but it's a bed frame for $20.
Yeah, that's somebody probably got it as like a set and then like wanted their own furniture or something. That's
I,
amazing.
I have no idea. So like yeah, I don't know, I'm like all about the deals right now.
You get like a rush out of it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I
I,
love that.
I feel like I just like got into a bonus on a slot machine or something. I don't know.
What else? Give us some other, or if you don't want to, it's okay. I want to know more about Sadie's bedroom, like, because I know the theme and like, what are you doing to
Yeah,
incorporate the theme?
the theme is Taylor Swift.
Amazing.
So good.
Are you
Um,
painting? Like, what
we're
about
not
like lighting? Anything
we're
like
not
that?
painting because it's already just like cream colored walls, so it is what it is.
Great.
But we got a bed set from Target that's like lover vibe, like tie-dye-ish for
Cute.
like $30. Couldn't
Amazing.
pumped. And then we're gonna do like this little gallery wall situation with some like Taylor framed posters that I found. And
Cool.
I'm using frames that I already had at the house that have just been sitting here going to waste. So
Love that.
I'm like loving this. It's clearing out my house and she's gonna be pumped.
She's
I
probably, are they frames you found or posters you found?
I have like big frames that I'm gonna
Okay.
get. Yeah. And then I don't use my record player anymore.
That used to be like your favorite thing.
You know, it's because it's just like it's hidden upstairs. So
Yeah.
until we have like a space for a new one, I'm going to part with this one and give it to her.
Great.
And I'm not parting with my records though. We do have to
Good.
buy our records, but I don't know if you've seen Ashen does this at her house. She has them like on the wall. They're like in these clear, they have these clear like shelving things that you can like, lean up records in.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
Ashen's really cute where she does them like seasonally. So like during
Oh, it's
Christmas,
like art.
yeah. So
Cute.
we're gonna hang those up on the wall. I think we're just gonna start with like a couple records because those are expensive, and then if she likes that vibe, then perfect Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna do that. We got some
Also
like
like a
disco
built-in
ball.
hobby. You
Yeah,
guys can go record hunting. Sorry.
that
You got
true.
what? A Visco
Uh,
what?
disco ball like lights, like hanging lights,
Cute.
disco balls. Ange has like a
Mirror
bunch of
balls.
mirror balls. Ange has a bunch of like leftover just clear vases from her wedding. So we're like, what can we do with these? So we're gonna put like some colorful flowers in them, and then we found mirror ball, like twigs that go
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
it. So we were
Pics.
gonna decorate with those.
I love
Uh,
that. That's very like me vibes, right?
yeah, yeah.
Cute.
Oh, who's calling me? My bad.
Who
Um,
is calling you? We're doing a podcast here.
and did I get booted out when I did that?
It just
No,
like briefly blipped. You're
my
here.
okay. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing.
I love that.
Got some disco ball, mirror ball pillows at Michael's for like $10.
What about like a dresser? Does she need that?
So she has a dresser. We have to go like investigate it. She has a dresser that we're
Yeah.
hoping that we can just maybe paint or reuse.
Yeah, just get some new poles. Like I feel
Yeah.
like poles
Yeah,
do everything.
yeah, Ange did say that too. Actually, I know. I need add that to my to-do list.
You
I
need a
need
list. Why don't you have
I
a list for this
we
activity?
actually have a very long Sadie's room list, but that
Okay.
I need to ask her dad today to take a picture of her dresser so we can see it.
Nice. Nice. You could do
Yeah,
like
so
snakes. I'm just kidding. That doesn't go with the rest of the room, but
but imagine like mirror ball poles.
yeah, very cool. And I'm sure
Like,
easy to find.
oh yeah.
Cool.
So that's what we're doing. And
Are you
yeah,
you're taking like full before and after video, right?
yeah, we will for
Just
sure.
like set up a tripod or something. Yeah, we need the public needs to see this.
I'm hoping it's as cute as we're imagining in our head, but either way,
Anything will be an upgrade.
oh, absolutely. And I think
She's
I
gonna
love
love
it.
it. Yeah.
Hopefully, if we don't get the cool aunts like reward after this one, then I'm throwing in the towel because
Well, you're also the only aunt, right?
yeah, but I'm just saying one day we took her shopping. Okay, mind you, our niece is 10, almost 11. We took her school shopping because we are the girls in her life now. And we thought we were just cool. We thought we were
Oh
like,
yeah.
who wouldn't want to go school shopping with us, right?
Right,
So
right.
oh, and we find good stuff, whatever. And we're like talking to her, like, are you gonna tell like friends that you went school shopping with your aunts? And she's like, probably not. And I was like, oh, what?
Oh my God.
So what are you gonna tell them? She's like, that I went shopping. And I was like,
Rude.
okay, but like, you don't think it's cool that we're here? Like, we did this? And she's like, not really. And we're like, okay, great.
Isn't that
She
so funny?
she could really put us in our place real quick. So
I have a 17, just turned 17-year-old niece, and it's the same. She's the best, and I'm obsessed with her. But I know she doesn't think I'm like cool. And
yeah,
I certainly don't think I'm cool either. But in the context of being someone's aunt, I'm like, no, no, no. Like, I have a podcast. Like, I sold a business. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Tell people you know
well,
me.
you know, but me growing up, I loved my aunt and uncle. Like
Yeah,
I
so did
thought it
I.
was so cool. So I'm like, girl, you don't even know. You
Yeah,
don't even know.
yeah, heard.
Uh,
They've got it good.
my girl, man. What did she? I feel like I was just about to say something and then I forgot, but irrelevant now.
It'll come back to you. It'll
It
circle
will.
back.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So,
So we have a couple updates
well, I just think people are waiting for this
about our trip.
from our trip.
Yeah, hit
Okay,
it.
let's just jump into it.
Yeah,
Quick updates was we did get a golf cart that ran at the normal correct speed.
we asked for it. I
We
mean,
asked for it.
he
He
did say like if you have a problem like that, you should definitely inquire. And we were like, never, because like it's the same as when I get my nails done. They could look terrible, and I'll be like, thank you so much. Here's an extra 20%.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So we did ask, we got one. Also the new cabins were 10 out of 10, beautiful.
beautiful.
Loved,
Smelled good.
loved, loved, loved. I don't want to, but it was like flooding when we were there before Milton came through.
Yeah.
It has to be maybe in rough shape right
I'm sure it's not pretty.
now. Yeah. But okay, let's just jump into it. Let's paint the picture for people.
Paint it.
You and me, we're
Me and
dressed up
you.
as Chippendale,
Oh,
but
you're
maybe
going you're going like right into the meat of the whole weekend.
yeah,
All
that's
right, do it. We're
it's
dressed up as
really why people are here.
you're right. Chippendale as psychopaths. Got it.
Yes, we take scissors to our costume in the cab. We figure it out, but you know what? It's working. We are
No,
sweaty.
nobody knows who we are except
No,
like cult followers. Like the
yeah,
the Disney cast members, the boat captains, like, I gotta ask what's going on here.
we let's just we were sitting later on at a bar and somebody came up to us and said, "I love your costumes." And the
Yeah.
guy said something about, I don't know. And she said, "Wait, but what are you?" Or
Oh
I
my
said,
gosh.
"Chip and Dale." And she was like, "Oh, I thought you were skunks." So like, loved our costume, but nobody knew who we were. But
Yes.
we're trotting through Magic Kingdom because we got to go meet our pals Chip and Dale before
Sweating.
their meet and greet ends.
Yes.
Now, I don't know who makes these decisions, but they put Chip and Dale in the direct sun, poor guys.
Yes.
And there we were. Now, yes, we had the best meeting. I wouldn't say it, no. I was trying to think.
It wasn't the best, but like it was pretty great.
It was top three for us
Definitely.
because like Dino Chippendale was a whole next level. This was definitely up there, and
Yeah.
they knew who we were.
Yeah, they definitely knew who we were. They were like, we understand your not us, you Shelby and Courtney, but like vampire and pirate Chippendale. Yeah.
Right. Who are in the Halloween party if you didn't know. Right.
Yeah. In the parade. Yeah.
Okay, so we get probably a good 5 minute meet and greet with Chippendale.
Yes.
We are on a high. We were like,
Yes.
wow, living. That was magic. We are sweating.
Yeah, like, well, because we're in two costumes, right? Because we're in
Yeah.
like Chip and then also pirate on top.
Long sleeves,
Yeah,
long
long
sleeves,
sleeves, blouses. Yeah, the whole thing.
90 degrees. I mean, really interesting why we decided that, but here we are.
Yeah.
Now we're just trotting by Club 33 door, and we look over, and there is Joey Fatone. And we were so cool, calm, and collected. And we just
Yes.
wave in passing, like, hello, Joey.
But like
And
didn't say words, didn't shriek, didn't stop. We
didn't
just
make a
like
scene. We were letting him enjoy the time.
yeah,
We
like gave
just,
him a wink. Yeah.
we know who you are.
Thank you for
Thanks.
being here. Yeah.
And we just continue walking, except for a older gentleman who was with Joey,
Yes.
probably got caught off guard by seeing us dressed as skunks and came over and started chit chatting.
Well, I said to
You,
him, yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like in retrospect, like an absolute fumble, but it worked out for us. But I was like, wow, like you must know somebody if you're hanging out with Joey Fatone. Like very, I said it like very quietly, I wasn't like making a scene, but I was like trying to relate to this man. Like, wow, very cool. You got to hang out with a celebrity. And he like kind of indicated that he was the celebrity.
yeah, because he had no clue. So he was also in Club 33 Lounge,
Yes.
which we, I think he has like a special thing, but
Yeah.
he started chatting with us. And honestly, we couldn't, I don't really know how. I mean, I know you said that. And then, yeah, he just knew that he was a big deal.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
I like asked him,
know
he had
he
like
was,
a monorail shirt on. It said
he had
like
an
something.
opening day
Yeah.
cast member. And
Yeah.
we were there, mind you, we were there on like Magic Kingdom's anniversary because it was
Yes.
October. And I was like, "Oh, you're an opening day cast member." And he was like, "Yep." And he hands out like his business card to give to us. And I feel like he was chatting, but I don't really remember what I mean, it was just we were mesmerized to have met like an opening day cast member, not really
Yes.
putting it all together, I feel like.
Yes.
And
For
you
sure.
asked him at this point now, like Joey's gone,
Yep.
and we're just walking with this older gentleman.
Yes.
And it said, "Do you take pictures with people?" And he was like, "Yeah, but come take a picture underneath my window." And we're like, "What the? This man has a window
Yeah.
on Main Street? You're
Yes.
kidding." So we walk with him from Adventureland all the way to Main Street to his window,
Yep.
like chit chatting a little. Like, I don't really feel like we got much information from him, but also he was just older.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We walk up to Main Street to his window, and lo and behold, is Joey also waiting to take a picture with this man under his window.
Yes.
So we
Legend.
get there, and Joey's like manager comes up to our new friend Tom and says like, "Hey, Joey wants a picture with you."
At your
And
window.
this guy's like, "Yeah, these girls do too." And we're like, "We can wait, we're good."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joey gets a picture with him. Sorry, Joel, because
Yeah.
Tom thinks this guy's name is Joel the
Like
entire.
Tom has no concept of the celebrity that is Joey Fatone.
Yeah,
No concept. Joey even said to him at one point, like, if you have like grandkids in like the 30 to 40 range, show them this picture. They will be impressed. And he's like, all right, Joel, move out of the frame. Like, you, by the way, are leaving out my favorite detail of the whole thing, which is you're in a vampire cape, fully squatted, cape spread, blocking traffic so that this shot can be like set up and uninterrupted. It's epic.
but also like not only did Tom not know who Joey was,
No,
it was like nobody did.
which was great.
It was great, but there was like I was just like that's crazy to me. Like nobody was walking by. Like wow.
Yeah.
So we're just acting. I mean, we put on our best performance yet.
Oh, yeah.
We were so chill and cool.
Yes.
Just taking our picture with Tom, and then Tom like hollered at Joel and is like, "Joel, the girls want a picture with you too." And we never even asked. We didn't
Yeah.
ask.
We would
But
have never asked for a picture with Joel.
no, no,
Joel
no, no.
Fatone.
Wingman Tom got us. So we got a picture, terrible picture. Whoever took it like zoomed in as close as
Yeah.
what.
And we're
Now,
like, we're so sweaty.
wait, what did you do?
Oh, yeah. So this is even better. So we are trying to be like so cool, calm and collected, right? And I think the picture went like you, Joey, Tom, me. Is that correct?
No, it went Joey, me,
Yeah,
Tom, you. Because
even worse. Yes.
Joey was like, "Go girl, boy," and like I don't know.
Okay,
He like
okay. So we're like lined up and we like do the arm around each other thing. And I'm always like extra aware of not touching the person because like the person who my arm is around, because I just feel like that's like sometimes like offensive, whatever. I just like don't try to touch people. I just try to hold my arm there, like Rockette style and whatever. But I like feel your arm. So I'm like squeezing onto your arm because I'm like, is this really happening? But like we're trying to hold it together, whatever. And then I don't know what I do if I like move my hand a little or like what happens, but it's like a furry arm. And I'm like, oh shit. I was squeezing Joey Fatone's arm.
So good. It's so
It was
good.
it was bad. And I didn't know what to do after that. So that was
So,
great.
so Joey like shakes our hand, he asks our names. He was so, so sweet. And the
Yes.
whole time we really were just hyping up Tom.
Yes.
Like 100%. And Joey was too. And I had said something like this man like created childhood, but you just like kept it going.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like, to Joey, I mean, you get it. And Joey was joking with us, and he was like, "Oh, for sure, like that's an actual legend right there." And he was saying but then he kept saying like, "But I was just like along like with you your whole childhood, like I was just there growing up, like where you were." He kept going. And I was like, you're right, you're right. I was like, but now you're making it kind of weird. Like I was just like joking around with them, and he was like, but then now looking back, I was like, that is such a weird thing to say. But I was just trying to be like
You
so,
insulted Joey Fatone. Great,
but
great.
but not really, because he was like he like laughed and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, he was like real nice. He like shook our hand again and asked it. Oh no, he said, "Are you guys like going to the Halloween party tonight?" And I go, "No, we just dress like this normal." And he tells us
Typical
that
Disney weirdos.
yeah, he went to the Halloween party on Friday.
Yep, yep.
He like shook our hands again and like said like nice to meet you, like asked her name again, and then they like walked out, but we were walking like behind them, but like a little further away to like try to like
Yeah, yeah. Not be creeps.
not be creeps and like collect ourselves.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It
that
was
was
wild.
that was
I I want to just add to it. So in preparation for today, I read a lot more about Tom like
okay,
right
good.
away because I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, like I need to know everything. Our friend Kate filled me in. She was like, oh yeah, he's a Club 55 legend. And I was like, what is a Club 55?
Yeah,
And I learned that Club 55 is like opening day or like original 1955 employees of Disneyland California, and there are like there obviously very few of them left. Um, and I want to just give like a little rundown about Tom.
which mind you, like while we were like starstruck at
Yes,
meeting Joey Fatone, of course, because we are just the age of girls who would
right,
love it,
right.
right? So like yes, we were starstruck. I we were truthfully just as starstruck to
Yes.
speaking with this gentleman. Like, and at this point, we don't know anything about his story except for that he was like an opening day cast member, that he has a window. And I think at this point, we did know that Walt himself hired him.
Well, it says like big on the top of his business card, Walt hired me. That's like
Yeah,
his
but he,
tagline.
I think he told us that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, he
So
did.
just those three things had us in just complete awe because, like, we are Disney park weirdos, and that is just the coolest thing. So,
Well,
anyway, and now we learn more information about him, and we are even more like, wow.
I think Imagineers get like a lot of the cred, right? Like people know a lot of the famous Imagineers, like cult people like us, but I don't think would account as like a classical definition of an Imagineer at all, but he just like had his hands on everything.
Yeah,
Everything. And so basically how he started was he was 12 years old selling newspapers outside of Disneyland, like prior to opening. It was like press day or something. And then he basically kept asking Walt, could he be Tom Sawyer for Tom Sawyer's Island? Can he be Tom Sawyer? Can he be Tom Sawyer? Walt eventually gave in and he was like the original Tom Sawyer on Tom Sawyer Island.
crazy.
But considering he started at 12 and he was, I think, 80, right? Is that how time works? He was pretty old. I can't imagine there are that many living
I
Club
think
1955 people left, right?
I think older than that.
I mean, I don't math. I can't math right now, but like, yeah,
I forget,
he
but we had like looked him up. I believe he was older than that. But yes, like
legendary.
there can't be because he started so young.
Yeah. So
And
if anybody wants to find him on Main Street, his window, he's Tom Nabby. You should look him up. He's done other pods. I might write to him and ask him to do ours. Um, but his like initial claim to fame, and then he did so much more, was being Tom Sawyer.
Mhm.
So his window on Main Street is like above the cinema. So if you're facing the castle on the right, and it says Sawyer Fence Painting Company, which is obviously like a nod to Tom Sawyer Island and the story of Tom Sawyer. And then it says Orlando or Lake Buena Vista, I think, Orlando and Anaheim. So it like gives him a nod that he worked in both
Or
parks.
yeah, very
Yeah.
cool.
Also
His
he's a Disney legend,
a Disney legend. Yes,
like
not
inducted
yeah,
full.
not just because we named him that. Like
You're right,
in
right,
fact,
right.
Disney legend. His business card is a photo of him and Walt like sitting in front of like Tom Sawyer Island. Like
Yeah.
really young. So cool.
Yeah. He amazing guy. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, legend.
Tell how he met his wife.
How he met his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You look
forget.
it up.
How did he meet his wife? I'm too caught up about how I said like because his business card has like his address on it, and I said something like, "Tom, I'm gonna come visit you. Your address is on this card," and he was like, "Oh, thanks for the offer, but I don't think my wife would appreciate that." And I was like, "Oh no, Tom, no, you got the wrong idea."
His, which actually Joey's manager is the one that said you can go to Tom's house now.
Yeah.
Um, you had looked it up and it said that he met his wife because she like worked at a concession
Oh
stand
yeah,
at land, like as kids.
yes, so
Just
sweet.
so cool. So
Yeah,
cool.
look him up, Tom Nabby, Nabbe. Check him out.
He like wrote a book, I believe,
Yeah, he has
also.
a book. It's like a very quick read, I guess. I need to read it. I just was reading this morning about it and we got to look
We,
at it.
I know, and add to your to-do list. We need to we need to write him an email. Or
I'm
we
all about it. Yeah. I'm going to
just
write him
even
an email.
say just to say thank you.
Yes, absolutely. A
Yeah.
legend, a living legend.
It was a very cool moment. Would have while I would have preferred to have not been in skunk costumes dressed as
Yeah.
vampires, I don't know if that whole thing even would have happened if we weren't dressed like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was meant to be. And I also will close this out by saying, um, obviously, be respectful of people. There was in no way, you and I were booking it out of that park because we were so sweaty, ready for air conditioning and dying. We just happened right place, right time to be like walking past. We didn't
Hmm.
stop. We didn't bother anybody. I mean, I guess I bothered Tom by accident, but like very much in like a guest to guest normal
Yeah,
way. I wasn't like stalking. We didn't take any pictures unless we were invited to. We didn't stand in point, draw attention to them. And I understand this kind of interaction probably doesn't happen for most people. It's because we're there so often that like luck of the draw, this stuff is bound to happen. But
yeah,
like I don't know, just like don't ick people out.
for sure. And I think maybe that's why we got to have such like a just an easy
Yes.
conversation with him, with
Yes.
like Joey. Um, but I mean, it was wild that nobody was doing that, to be
Agree.
honest.
Agree.
But yeah, so that was our story, and it was maybe like the most magical moment I've had at Disney.
Totally.
It was
Totally.
so cool. So
Yeah,
cool.
double celebrity spotting in the Magic Kingdom on the Magic Kingdom's anniversary on accident, unpaid. Like it wasn't like a meet and greet.
Yeah. We like walked out of there and we were like, wow, I forgot that this all started because we were meeting Chippendale. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it was really, really cool.
Yes.
Uh, Anywho, other highlights of our trip.
None.
I know. After that, it was like, whatever.
I will say for the Halloween party, we had a great Halloween party. It took a while for us to go because of the rain.
It was raining. And it was like, it wasn't like drizzling. It
No.
was, so we left, we were walking out of Magic Kingdom when all that happened to walk over to Steakhouse 71 just to take a break and cool off. Cause again, we were so hot
And eat a
and
burger.
so we went over there to just like chill for a bit. And when we were leaving, we saw it was pouring. So we ended up just like sitting in the contemporary lobby for a couple hours
Yes.
before going, which
We got a Joffrey's coffee.
it was gross.
It was gross, but we tried.
And it was $9.
I know.
We're
Whatever.
gonna get into some Disney money in a minute, but then yeah, we went to the Halloween party. It was, I mean, first first parade did get rained out, which is bummer. You know, we would
Yeah.
love both parades, but they did a little. They got to drive through and
With a
see
what, Shelby? What are those called?
a trolley.
No, that word you love. The C word. Ca caval
Oh, I can't say it. Don't make me say
cavalcade.
it.
Legend.
um, we had a really good meet and greet with Mickey.
Yes.
That
A pro tip that I'm going to take away from that is that I think the world should know. Um, we want a million pictures, right? Because like some of them are going to be good, some of them are going to be bad. And there are times when I don't know if they're like afraid to take up space on your phone or what the deal is, but they only take like 4 pictures, right? And you're like, I was picking my nose in 3 of those. These are terrible. Um,
and because pause. When you meet Mickey now, it's
oh yeah,
all like
yeah.
automated, which is absolute BS. Don't even get me started on that. I think that's the stupidest thing they've ever done.
Yeah,
Okay.
agree. Totally agree. Um, so I don't know like what sparked me to, I mean, my brilliant brain sparked me to do this, but I said to the attendant there who was like taking phones to take pictures, I said, um, I challenge you to take as many photos as you can, or something like that. Like
Something like that.
dare you to break my memory or something. And this legend in her own right, I think took like 80 photos.
Yeah, she did.
And some of them were trash, but some of them were great.
Yeah.
So,
Would
yeah. And she got like different angles, right? Because she wasn't pressured to take like 3 perfect pictures. She just was like snapping. So that's my new tip. Like, if you want a million photos and you're willing to like parse
go
them
through.
down on your own, yeah,
Yeah,
do that.
good idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, Saw the parade. Chippendale recognized us, and we had a very magical moment then. I mean,
Yes.
honestly, it was a good day.
It was
It
a
was a good day to be us.
it was a great day to be us. The people mover was great, was giving
Yeah,
great vibes.
we
What
rode
else?
that.
Oh, you're like forgetting about that hilarious moment when so you and I are always like
Oh,
thinking about content, duh. And this trip you taught me this new like barstool sports thing that's like one bite to rule them all or something.
oh my God. One bite, you know the rules, and
One
usually it's for like pizza. It's
okay,
Dave Portnoy. Okay.
whatever that all means. Dave Porterhouse takes a bite and then he talks about it. So Shelby is recreating this masterpiece. We're standing in like by the silverware in the back, trying to be out of people's way, like whatever. And you're giving like a full commentary of the food, and you're like pretty into it. You're like, oh, there's a slight essence of pinochle in here, or whatever you were saying. And like a parade of Winnie the Pooh and friends starts coming out behind you. You are unfazed. And I'm not leading on to you that anything's happening, like filming. I'm just like filming. And like all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, oh, who was it? It
Okay.
was Eeyore, right?
It started with Eeyore, and
Yeah.
then it was like Pooh,
Yeah.
Tigger, Piglet. So I posted the reel if you didn't see it, but
Yes, yes.
like I just need to explain myself. I heard like cast member come out of the door,
Of
and
course.
and I scooted up because he had said something, but I didn't hear what he said. So I was just like getting out of the cast member's way, and I just
And
scooted forward.
you were staying in character, like in the moment.
Yeah, but I was like, I moved out of his way. Like I heard
Yeah.
the door open and I heard the cast member say something. Now looking
Yes.
back at the video, the cast member clear as day says like Eeyore is coming.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and I
Oh
didn't like
well.
realize that. So like that I mean, that was wild.
Well, and we had, I think like right before we filmed that, we just were standing in a bad place because we were by like the silverware and stuff. And they started to come like refill the silverware. So we tried to be considerate and like move away from
Yeah, it
them
was
to let them do their job. And then we like blocked this other door. It was
we were
great.
trying to be out of the way, but really
Yeah.
all just we were just completely in the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a good video.
It was a great video and a great experience.
Thank you.
Yes.
Um, and you learned about that. So then we also took one bite, you know, the rules down to Epcot for food and wine. We did
Yes.
one little loop, and was that your only time doing food and wine thus far?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your favorite thing?
Not this cheese.
Oh, the cheese was gross.
Ugh.
Um,
We did like the Alpine just as a announcement. It's like the raclette cheese in the Alps booth. I love cheese. This was not it.
it wasn't it. Wasn't
No.
was yeah,
I
that was
think my favorite thing might have been the ravioli at the beginning.
my favorite too.
Yeah. It was
We're on the same page. It's across from like the Starbucks before you walk into the countries.
yes. And also one I didn't love was the France. I forget what it was, but it just tasted like beef pot roast.
Yeah, it was like a crock pot.
Yeah, like it was like a crock pot meal. I was like not
It was I think it was short ribs because I like really like short ribs
I
and
love short ribs too, but it wasn't good.
it
It
was
was
just
fine.
yeah,
Yeah. Wasn't
meh.
worth the money. I could make it at home over 8 hours on low.
Exactly.
Like, no.
Anywho, um, yeah, that was our trip. It was great. We
Well, we also shout out to Casey. Um,
yes,
Casey met us at Epcot like a true American hero because our bus ride over to Epcot, I get motion sick, and I think everybody on the bus was motion sick. People were like
oh,
grasping at their handlebars, looking
is it
around.
no.
Yeah, you were not having a good time. Um, FYI, Disney has not emailed me back regarding that experience, so clearly they don't care. But um, yeah, it was bad.
It
Um,
was.
but Casey, like the true legend she is, picked us up in her fabulous vehicle.
Do you know how
Um,
many people you've called a legend today in
I
this episode?
know it's just like in my blood now.
Okay, just checking.
Um, she drove us back to the resort. She brought props.
Yeah, she was
Legend.
she was ready. She did her thing, of course, as always.
Yes.
We love Casey, don't
Yeah.
we?
Great photos, amazing time. I think she's doing, I don't know if she still has spots available, but she was doing like fall mini shoots in Orlando. So check her out if you need photography because I feel like her prices were reasonable. I thought photography like that was like much more expensive.
Yeah, definitely send her a message, and we're trying to convince her to do more mini shoots.
Yeah. I think, and like let us know what you think about this idea. I think she should do like a Run Disney photo shoot for people like maybe at a resort or something with their medals.
Yeah, let us know if you think we should keep bugging her about this.
Maybe we should just like we'll schedule it and prepay and we'll just charge people like double and then like she can have her cut and like we'll get our and then she'll learn that it's like a good idea because so many people will come. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Great.
Anywho, so yeah, reach out to Casey. We love Casey. Okay, great.
Yes.
Um, okay, let's
Money.
talk about this. Let's talk about the news.
Yeah, which so there are two money things I want to talk about. What are you thinking first? Lightning Super Genie Supreme Max Plus?
Yeah, that is just yeah, go ahead.
I just I'm horrified. So I'm sure people already have read it. But basically I wrote it in my notes as Super Premier Max Genie. I don't even know what it's called. Um, it's Okay. Between $129, that's for Super Genie Deluxe Max Fast Pass. Not
Yes.
your park ticket, nothing else. Just, we're going to call it Fast Pass for the rest of this conversation.
Okay.
But $129, only Animal Kingdom, only slow season. It goes all the way up to $449 at Magic Kingdom per person per day, one park. Wild.
Okay. And okay, so that's what we know about it. And you can only get it if you're staying at a deluxe resort.
Right now, it's like testing. Yeah.
Now, if you'd be better off to pay for a VIP tour.
I almost am inclined to agree with you. I think it would depend on your numbers, like your party breakdown, because you can take 10 people on a VIP tour. There is like an hour minimum. I forget what it is, but
It's high for sure. It's I'm not saying it's cheap, but neither is this. That's the
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah, right. They're targeting the same people.
Yeah, that I mean, that's just crazy. Is the idea of it good, I guess? Sure.
So tell us what is like the general concept here and why is it different?
The general concept is you can ride any ride one time, I believe,
Yep.
without like making a time slot to go ride it. So you just get right into the lightning lane.
And it includes like the super premier rides as well. Like
Ooh,
things you would have to buy, like a Lightning Super Plus Deluxe Extra Bonus Single Use Pass. That's
like
included.
Tron.
Yeah, like Tron.
But you can only like if you buy it for that day, you can't go to Magic Kingdom and then Epcot. You can only use it at Magic Kingdom, and then you'd have to
Right,
buy another day at Epcot.
right.
It's
So
crazy.
I love the idea that it takes away the pre-planning. I hate the
Yeah,
pre-planning and the fighting and the warfare of like what times are available and did
sure.
I do it in the right order? That's like so stressful.
I would agree with that. And it's
But
if you go to Universal, you can Universal's Express Pass is the same thing. You don't have to
but
make time.
Universal's Express Pass is $199.
That and it's free if you stay on property.
Yes, that's like the
Now,
pro tip.
yeah, okay, but so now Disney wants you to stay at their most expensive hotel.
For testing. I think that's just how they're beginning to roll it out, but they did say very extremely limited quantities.
Quote
Like
unquote.
they're not going to give it to everybody who's willing to pay for it, allegedly, but also like I don't know, we'll never know the metrics of like how many people actually did pay
Yeah,
for it, right?
they
Um
they know to
yeah.
money. Or,
Well, and
I
that
don't know.
hopefully that all contributes to like line balance, right? Because you have like standby people, then you have Lightning in advance people who paid like the $30 or whatever the normal Lightning Super
Yeah,
Deluxe pass is. And then you're going to have these $450 people also in the line.
I I don't know.
I don't know either. It feels aggressive. Also for
Not in,
consideration, what?
it's not in my budget.
It's not in my budget either. Um, Also a Disney, like a Magic Kingdom ticket starts at $109 to get in. That's like, and I've never seen a day that it's 109. I'm sure that's like one day in the middle of back to school season or something. But you're gonna pay then an additional, like more than the cost of your ticket to cut the line.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's something. I'm interested. Of course, I know like all the influencers are going to do it at least once to review it.
But
And
it
that's
won't be.
no, it won't be me either. No way. And I also think there's like a little bit of reward to people like us who I'm not going to say know how to game the system, but like you know how to plan and stack your day. Like you
Yeah,
know not to wait to book Slinky Dog Dash until like afternoon. That needs to be like your
would
first booking.
yes,
So
but
you're not paying for that luxury, right? Because you know how to do that.
yes, but use a travel agent and you can get that same knowledge.
I totally agree. For less, and this is per person. Like if
It
you have kids and stuff, no way.
no,
I wow, amazing.
And then what are you going to talk about the DVC thing as well?
No, you can talk about that if you want.
Oh, you have another thing about what?
Yeah, I sent it to you this morning. The DVC thing is like a quick
Oh,
aside. I think it's $99 and you can pay it and get some pretty interesting perks. But they basically only apply if you are staying on property with points, which is valid. But for someone like me who lives here, I am DVC, but I'm only staying on property on points a few days a year, like as is everyone else. But it wouldn't be worth, I couldn't utilize a lot of the benefits. So there is a new DVC, $99. It's called like an enhancement or something. And um look into it if you're DVC. It's some cool stuff. But
yeah. Well, one of the things though that caught me was like the pricing on tickets, so you can get like a discount on the tickets. The only thing though is like it has to be people in your household, which will be which I think would be good if someday we don't have annual passes or something. But I was like,
right.
oh, that'd be great for like my parents, but it has to be in your household, which is kind of
Well, you also you now, well, maybe not you. We're uncertain if resale can buy this option. I didn't see any literature on that, but um the thing is they did offer a cheaper, you can buy a cheaper annual pass now.
yeah, you can, not me.
No, you can. Well, right. I always can buy all of them because I live in Florida. You,
Yeah,
as an out of state person, could only buy the super nice one. Now,
yeah,
if you pay this $99, you have access to a cheaper, with more blockout dates, annual pass.
not. But I mean, I'm gonna have to look into this
You should
because
look into it. It might be worth it for you.
I know, but a lot of times I don't get to do things because I'm resale.
Well, right, right. And you, because you're coming from out of town, I think need more flexibility with blockout dates because, like, I don't care if I can't go on Friday, I'll go on Monday, right? But, like, if you're flying down, you kind of need to get in.
Yeah, but I also would plan our trip around like not going when there's blackout dates. And to be honest with you,
True.
if it's blackout dates, that means it's really busy and I probably don't want to be there anyways.
That's why I buy the cheaper annual pass because I don't want to be there if it's that busy.
Exactly. Okay, yeah, the other thing you showed me this morning.
Yes. So this new place on the boardwalk opened. It's called Cake Bake. It is literally blowing up social media ever since, and they're not even open yet. They posted, like, they unveiled their menu on the door outside, and the prices are criminal. Criminal.
They really
So
are.
I think they said a mimosa, like one singular mimosa, is like $24, which I'm all about, like a pricey cocktail. Like if you have to put some effort in, you're like shaking it, there's a nice ingredient, whatever, fine. I would pay $24 even for a nice cocktail at a theme park at a nice place.
Sure.
A mimosa? I
Yeah, no.
think I feel like at the Contemporary this year, before they canceled bottomless mimosas, I feel like you could get bottomless mimosas for like $25.
Yeah.
So I
But
don't get that at all. Cake
and
over $20 a slice.
a
Kids
slight
meals, yeah, for one slice. Kids meals are like $18 for buttered noodles or something. Like I'm I'm horrified. I want to know if people are going to pay it. I did read somebody commented that this is their pricing across the board. So Cake Bake has like other locations and they charge this amount there also.
everywhere.
I didn't research that to know if it's true, but um somebody commented that and basically equated it to like a place that a mom and a daughter would like to go as like a bougie experience, which I get. It's like going to the American Girl tea or something, but the
I get it.
prices are
Maybe
no.
I get it. Maybe I guess for like one-time thing, but
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I it's just a weird location. Like I guess in New York City, let's say,
Well,
I
you are
don't
in a theme park. I respect that, but
that to put it at a theme park.
no, I get that it's like a high price because you're at a theme park because like everything, chicken tenders are $1 million at Disney. I get that. But it's I mean, it's excessive for the same experience. I'm not gonna say the same experience, the same items, like literally next door on property. I'm not
That's
saying
like
drive in your car to McDonald's and whatever. Like
yes,
right there. You could go to Trattoria Al Forno and get the same. You could go to the Boardwalk Bakery and get a piece of cake for a quarter, less than that, a quarter of this price.
Gideon's.
Gideon's. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure that I'm going to be there. I definitely want to experience it. I
That's what I'm saying.
just I wonder like how it's going to fly.
Me too. But
We'll find out.
maybe we just like don't know. We're out here like on Facebook Marketplace and picking up
Right,
trash.
right, right.
the $20 slice of cake isn't going to do it for us. But
If you want to sponsor our slice of cake, please call it. No, I'm just kidding.
and I will do a one bite. You know the rules.
Yeah, and I will do the videoing.
Well, you'll have to share. We can't afford two pieces.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'll be behind the camera. I'm not gonna two pieces of cake. That's like freaking college tuition.
Truly,
I
you
wild.
you can't be getting a slice of cake in Disney Genie Plus Fast Pass Max Superstar Pass.
I Superstar Pass. I'm gonna start calling it Superstar Pass. But truly, and like they have what seems to be like a beautiful restaurant
Oh,
side.
it looks stunning.
There's like crystal chandeliers and like a beautifully curated whatever. It's beautiful, but there's also like very much like a walkthrough, like purchase a piece of cake in a box and leave situation. I mean, I can't. The iced coffees
I
were at least $10. I think he said 10 or $12 he got his iced coffee for. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just like out of touch. That seems
a little
wow.
out of touch, then I'm also like complaining about it, and then I'm gonna try it, which is just I hate that about myself.
I want to break out like how many pieces of cake equal one annual pass. Cause like it's not that it's like what it's like three cakes.
I I'm gonna go stand by the bakery with business cards because
Yeah, yeah.
if you're going in there for the $20 cake slice, like
I
sales
got
are
a
down.
shirt to sell you. Yeah.
I got you.
100%. I wow. And not to knock anybody that goes there. Like I hope everybody goes and tries it,
I
but
do.
like I just is this the way of the future? Is this where Disney's going?
It won't be an every trip thing,
No.
and I guess the point is that it used to be ESPN, which holds
Yeah.
a lot of very nice memories for me. And
Me
then
too.
they took up, I know you too. They took up two spots, right? Because did they take over the ice cream place too, or that's no?
No, I think the ice cream place is still there. It's just something else. It's not Ample Hills
Oh,
anymore,
okay.
I think.
Well, you took away all of my
Your
TVs
youth. Yeah.
for that, but I mean, again, it looks beautiful. And will I probably have a slice of cake someday? Yes, but
Yes. Yeah, I'll try it. I mean, and maybe you and I will come back on here with a completely changed
you're right.
perspective. That man, we watched like a quick review video of a guy who got in on like a media preview or something. And he, I will say, like took like a nice polite bite of cake and ate it. And then it kind of seemed like he was really going after it after that. So I don't know if it was like really good.
See that? I mean, I will say the cake looked good.
Yeah, and it sounded good. It was like red velvet
Yep.
with chocolate chips in it,
Yeah.
two types of frosting. Like,
Yeah. And the frosting did look good. It didn't look like a
oh,
ah,
see, I
and
thought it looked a little warm. It looked like a little soft for me, like put it back in the fridge or something. I don't know. Not the cake should be in the
oh
fridge, but like it looked a little too, I don't know, like grocery store. You know how like some
oh
frosting's
I
like too fluffy?
oh see, I didn't think it looked like that. I think it no, I thought it looked like homemade fresh.
Okay, all right. I mean, I definitely could be wrong.
Okay, all this to say, we just bitched and complained and like we're gonna try it. We're so stupid.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Give us a theme of the video. Should it be like how I spent $150 on a piece of cake and two champagnes?
The theme of this pod?
No, like a
Oh,
well, we need to do like a reel or something. But
oh
like,
yeah,
what should the theme of the cake bake reel be? How quickly can you spend $100 in this store?
yeah.
Or like,
How
yeah,
$100 for 5,000 calories?
yeah. How many? What's the calorie to dollar ratio?
Yeah,
Something. We'll think of. We got to think of something good.
great. All right.
So we're gonna go when you're here in. When are you here? November.
I'm here. I'm there in November.
So we're gonna go in November.
Yeah, Brooks would love it. Let's
Great.
spend let's spend $20 in a piece of cake for my 1-year-old.
First of all, it's more than $20. Also, yeah, maybe that's it. Like baby's first cake smash.
But also not because
Well,
he's.
whatever.
But
For the
yeah.
gram, for the gram.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Great. All right. Anywho, I got a
Thanks for
to-do
being here.
to do.
Oh yeah, Shelby and I have been having debates about to-do lists. I think they're the best. She thinks she doesn't have one, but then starts listing things that are on hers. So that's that. Anyway,
Uh, yeah, it was a confusing conversation, and we're not gonna get in. Okay.
it was confusing. It was rough. It was rough.
It was late at night, and I think I was just I don't know. Okay. I agree with you. Yeah, I make to-do list.
Okay, great. We're gonna go
Okay,
crush our to-do lists.
great. All right.
See you later. We hope to talk to you in the
Yeah.
Facebook group.
Oh yes. Give us all your opinions because clearly we had a lot today.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.